Hello and welcome to section 10.2 of Mrs. Quinn's geometry class. Today we're going to start taking the surface area of cones and pyramids. And I already introduced the concept to you last time. I'd like you to draw these shapes and write the appropriate formula next to them. You can put the video on pause if you need to. And we're going to start finding some of these surface areas. I need the radius and the slant height. Notice that here I do not have my slant height, so the first thing I'm going to need to do is find it. Now I find the slant height to 2 decimal places by using the Pythagorean theorem. Hopefully you remember, oops, that your Pythagorean theorem says c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So in this case, my length, my slant height, is my hypotenuse, and so I'll get slant height squared equals a squared, which in this case is 10, plus b squared, which in this case is 6. When I add those together, I get 100 plus 36, which is 136. And now I'm going to need to square root both sides. Notice that you'll get 2 solutions. One is positive and one is negative. And we only want the positive solution because it is a distance. So take it to 2 decimal places and hopefully you get 11.66 inches, just like I do. All right, now I come over here to actually find my surface area. I'm going to plug in my values. I've got pi times my radius, which is 6 squared, plus, at this point I'm going to call 1/2 0.5 because we're going to deal with some decimals, times my slant height, which is 11.66, times 2 times pi times my radius, which is 6. Once I've plugged into my entire equation, I can simplify. In this first term, I get 36 pi. Plus, let's multiply all these together, 0.5 times 11.66 times 2 times 6, and I get 69.96 pi. Now let's add these two together, and I get approximately, because we have some decimals going on here, approximately 105.96 pi. And my units are inches, so I will have inches squared. Now we will leave all of our answers in terms of pi unless we're asked to round to the nearest square inch or something like that. Then we'll plug in 3.141 for pi. All right, let's find the surface area of a cone with height of 5 and base length of 16. I'm going to have to find the slant height. Here I know this, if my base edge length is 16, I know half of that would be 8. And I know my height inside is 5. So here you can see that it connects with it makes a sort of a triangle where you have a height of 5, a base of 8, and you are looking again for your slant height. So I'm going to set up slant height as my hypotenuse equals my base, or my 8 squared plus 5 squared. Now I get 64 plus 25. And when I add those together, I get, looks like 89. Now I'm going to take the square root of each side, and I am going to get a positive because I'm dealing with distance, 9.43 centimeters for my slant height. Now I can find the area of my base, which is going to be simply side times side. So now I'm going to be able to plug into this formula. The area of your base is a square. Does everyone agree it's 16 by 16? Plus the lateral area. If you have your lateral area written down, your lateral area is, we haven't, is 1/2 the slant height times the circumference. There we go. This is the one we're going to use. We could, for the lateral area, find the area of your 4 triangles and add them together, but this formula is going to be a little quicker. Notice that when we're using a cone, your circumference is always 2 pi r, but here your circumference, I'll have 1/2 times the slant height, which I found to be 9.43, times my circumference, I've got 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. So that would be 4 times 16, which is 64. Again, we took 4 side lengths times our base edge, which gave us 64. Now let's go ahead and simplify. 16 times 16 is going to give me 256 plus 0.5 times 9.43 times 64 is going to give me 301.76, and I get approximately 557.76, and my units are centimeters squared. All right, for tomorrow, I'd like you to find the area of the first cone and the second one, which is a pyramid, and I'll see you tomorrow.